Do you think lad will be able to go straight as coming out of jail? He done all like tons of cocaine coming into Liverpool. I can't think what he's called now.
Curtis Warren.
That's the one. Do you think?
Do you know what Curtis is probably just earmarked all the time, and I think he's been in prison probably since 1995, right the way through, hasn't he? So he hasn't had. I don't think he's had much time out. I think it started probably 95, and then 2000 he was away or whatever it was. But then he'd done his time there. He got embroiled in another weed deal in Jersey. I think fucking Paul I got set up, but he got another 14 years on top of that, and then he hit him with a pocket on top of that. You know, they just didn't want to let him out. You know, he's what you call, he's what people would look up to who want to be a drug dealer. They'd always look up to someone like Curtis. Do you know what I mean? But, you know, Curtis now he's probably never going to be able to move properly. You know, he's going to have one phone, he's got to have a car registered to him, or, you know, Crown prosecution orders now will just make life difficult.
Did they do that after your release as well?
Yeah,
certain conditions as part of your release.
So I had a Crown prosecution order from my first sentence where I could only sort of have one phone, like I was restricted from coming back to Liverpool.
Right.
So it took me 2 years to come back to Liverpool and fully be able to get back to Liverpool. All right, I don't live there no more now. But, you know, that's how long it took me. I know people now who can't speak to the brothers or can't speak to the family members because of drugs, and at the end of the day, there's people going back away for it. And, you know, I hope it doesn't happen to Curtis, you know what I mean? Because I think the fella needs a break. But it's just who he associates himself with, where he goes, and who's going to be watching him. Yeah. And if someone's watching him that has got it in for him, then, you know, they'll try and put him back away, yeah.
Do you ever cross paths with each other? So, like, just say you and Curtis were dealing out of Liverpool or whatever. Do you ever like, oh, well, he's sorting
No, because you know what? When Curtis he was dealing, I was only a kid. He's probably about 4 or 5 years older than me, Curtis. Right. So he was he do sort of dealing as a kid. I only ever seen them in like the Buzz Club and stuff like that when we were young. And then after that, Curtis, I think he was living abroad most of the time. You know what I mean? He was working with a Newcastle, a Geordie lad. He was working with a Geordie lad, ends up being a police informant, but they were bringing cocaine together. And that's how he sort of walked on the first trial.
Right.
And then obviously we got him again on it. Have you ever read that Powder Wars with Paul Grimes in?
No, I've not.
See, he was the one who grassed them all up. So when they were burying all the lads' inglets, there was people like him going digging them up and weighing them in.